Good morning, good morning. Welcome to my channel. I'm Jennifer. This is a country life, and yes, I am just moving all over because, well, I just got a Walmart delivery. I scheduled it for 6 to 8 this morning, and it's 9:05. They did send me at about 20 to 8. They sent me a text saying it's been delayed, and there's this new feature, or at least it's new to me, noticing, where you can track your driver. And it's actually very entertaining to track the drivers that come to our house because the track will go this way and that way and this way and that way, and they'll drive past our road for miles, then they'll turn back, then they'll come down our road a while, and then they'll turn back and go the other way. And it's just like, oh my goodness. I put such like explicit directions in the little section where it says add directions or whatever. And I don't know, it's just, I guess it just gets confusing. Anyway, it made it here and I'm very happy about that. Let's get everything up onto the table so I can show you. We are coming into a couple of days of just pure fun. 2 days that we look forward to every year. This is July 3rd and July 4th. Over the course of like Warren and my married life, we've done all kinds of different things. The last couple years, or the last year and now this year, our tradition has just changed a tiny bit here. Oh, maybe not a tiny bit, quite a bit, because we have been going to a fun thing in Wisconsin called Wannaboom, and we did that last year, and we're going to do it again this year. So looking forward to that. Although they're calling for storms, so I hope it doesn't get rained out. Today was not supposed to be as stormy as it is. We already had storms moving through this morning. Warren actually had the alarm set for 4 a.m. because he was going to get up. He had to put on some spray. He had to fertilize today, do all kinds of things today, and all it did was rain and rain and rain, and none of those things can be done in the rain. He's just been doing other projects and things in a very antsy way, you know, because what he really wants to do is to get these sprays and fertilizers on so that it's not hanging over his head tomorrow and Saturday when we're supposed to be having fun. I got a grocery delivery here, and the reason is because, well, there's just some special foods, and when you're on the road and hanging out in big fields and things like that, you need some special treats, right? Oh boy. All right, 4 gallons of milk, Diet Coke. Peter had asked for this. He said that he had this at a friend's, this lower sugar, 75% less sugar Gatorade versus like the regular. So this is the Gatorade we got. We'll put together a big cooler for Wannaboom and just have all kinds of drinks. You know what? Where is the water? Maybe the kids already put the water. I got a case of water, and I also thought I got a case of Capri Sun. The kids must have brought it in and put it straight into the garage. That is my guess. And we will just have a whole cooler so that we can stay hydrated throughout the day. Peter had asked for some peanut M&Ms, so I got the sharing bag, which, you guys, they get smaller and smaller all the time. That's all right. And then this was the only way I could get red, white, and blue regular M&Ms because I do want to make some M&M cookies. I thought this online looked a little bit more 4th of July. It's called Silver Sequins and Stars Sprinkles. I'm going to put these onto Rice Krispie treats. Some brown sugar, just because I'm running low. And then before the race, so we also do the Heart and Soul race. It's a big race in Pittsville every year. And before that, sometime in the mid-afternoon, I will make pizza. So I'm going to make all of this because then the next day, before we head out the door, this can be kind of like a breakfast or whatever. Or maybe after we get back from the race late at night, because we're going to do fireworks. People might be hungry then too. You just never know. So lots of matzah, chicken Alfredo pizza, and then 2 Portesi pizzas. I got one of the large and one of the small. Cheese and sausage. Then some of the sweet teriyaki. They used to have one that I thought was called something like sweet sesame teriyaki. But anyway, I would like to make awesome sauce chicken. So you mix this, buffalo wing sauce, and what's the other thing, you guys? ranch? That doesn't sound right. Anyway, you mix the 3 different like marinades together, put chicken into it, marinate it, do it on the grill. It's just delicious. We love it. You can eat it hot the first night, shred it up the next day to put on salads if that's your thing too. So then some bow tie pasta, because I will be taking, so on Saturday, I'll be taking some lunch meat wrap sandwiches along with a BLT pasta salad. So there's the bow tie pasta for that. Here's the bacon for the BLT pasta salad. And then here I got 2 oven roasted turkey breast and then the cracked pepper turkey breast. That'll be for making the wrap sandwiches. So in a video a while back, I made some wraps. You just do your meat and your cheese, but then the secret sauce is you finely chop up a little bit of really any vegetables you like. Maybe some tomatoes, some onions, some cucumber, chop up your lettuce real fine, then add in, I used a Mediterranean dressing, and then a good squeeze of mayo. You mix all of that up, and that becomes kind of like the sauce, the veggie and sauce mixture that goes on the wrap sandwiches. It was really good. We all liked it, and so I'm going to do that for Saturday. Here are the Rice Krispies for making Rice Krispie treats. I already have marshmallows at home, some string cheese to take for in our cooler, and then you guys all know my love of these containers of chips. You can just open it up, and 5 people, the family it just is kind of gone. Once the sun chips are eaten up, anything else we have, we can just crush it and put it into here, and this becomes a great little garbage. They travel well because they don't really get smashed. Your chips don't end up all smashed at the end, although I guess the containers can smash because this one came a little smashed. But I got the Simply Minis. Oh, I see these are cheese balls. And then some Sun Chips and Doritos and the Funyuns and Pringles, because those are just all standards for our family. And then you already saw the veggies. So some of this will be for the wrap sandwiches. Some of this is going to be for in the BLT pasta salad. And then I got grapes, which these look amazing. The last grapes I got were not that good. They were a little soft. These are nice and firm. They look amazing. And then some berries to take along that day. These travel really well in these little containers. I'll give them a rinse at home, set them on a couple of paper towels to dry, and then just put them in the cooler. And then some green leaf lettuce. And that is everything for the grocery haul today. That is so funny.
You should go on the parade. You should go on the parade.
That would be great.
So this is what I'm finding in my moth traps. These little yellow and orange moths. Those are Sparganolis fruitworm. I'm seeing really low flights this year, which I'm hoping it means there's not as many worms around and that it's not the potency of my lures. This is the highest flight I've had so far. It's July 2nd, and I only have topped out at 27 for sparg flight, which is really low for me.
What's the problem with these spargs?
Well, the spargs actually attack the fruit, and they will not just attack one berry. They will take a bite out of one berry, move on, take a bite out of the next berry, and they do not cycle out. As long as it stays above freezing, they will continue to cycle all the way to harvest. You have to really crush the flight. Actually, the hatch is what you're after, is the worm hatch. Otherwise, they can devastate your crop in a matter of weeks. Based on the stage of the crop right now, I'm probably looking at spraying for spargs next week. That can change overnight depending on weather.
You have a name for those, just moth trap trays?
I just call them sticky trays. Sticky
trays, right, because this has like a gummy glue on it.
You put your pheromone lure in the center. There's a roof that goes on top of this. These are just kind of a waxed cardboard. When they start to degrade, you swap it out, put your lures on your new tray and put it back out there. But it's just a way to track your moth flights.
And then it's gridded like that so that you can easily...
Makes it easier to count. But that way you can keep track of your moth flight, so you can kind of keep track of your predicted worm hatch, so that you're actually spraying your insecticide when it's most effective. so you're not just spraying willy-nilly. There's actually some science behind it.
Oh, do you want this open?
No. I do not. Monday, Tuesday.
We followed you guys up here.
Don't fall out. Oh, pelicans.
The pelicans are back. Oh my gosh.
I wish they'd go away. They're eating all our fish.
I know.
Look at that.
Like, they're not supposed to be here, right?
I don't know.
Like, that's not normal.
It isn't normal.
It's not normal.
In what, 30 years? How many pelicans have we seen here?
None.
Except this year, hundreds.
Yeah, they've been bad. There.
Oh, what are you doing?
We gotta get a picture of.
Color coordinated?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did I say?
Color corded.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
Color coordinated.
We forgive you.
Goggles and shirt.
Dollar General is calling our name. We're gonna see if we can find maybe some sparklers,
Glow sticks?
glow sticks, possibly some 4th of July sprinkles if they have something like that. All right, well, we're not finding anything really 4th of July. They're pretty much out. I am looking at these bubbles though. I wonder about by party favors. I'm thinking by party favors. Oh, here we go, Maria. Yes, yes. So they've got glow rings,
Glow rings.
or bracelets.
Or glasses.
The glasses are always kind of
Yeah.
irritating to wear. Okay, we'll get some bracelets. And probably some of these little party poppers. These are always fun. I bet everybody would have fun doing 1 or 2 of those. We're taste testing these. I guess I don't need those. Ooh! And spilling them. It's not a true taste test because I've had these once before. They are the salted dark chocolate walnuts. They're so good. And what makes them good is that they're jumping out of my hands, Maria, is that they're not just like a layer of chocolate over them. They're really just kind of like cocoa powder over them. I don't know. So good. Lunch today is just a repeat of last night. We did subs last night for supper. Anyway, yeah, subs for lunch today. And I guess some ramen too.
Yes, it's done.
It's time to use up some onions. Time to use up some eggs. And so I am making mini egg casseroles. And this is a recipe from the Pioneer Woman cookbook. I have a second recipe, but quickly I could not locate it. That one has, I think, bacon and broccoli in it, and it's very delicious as well. I actually don't have any broccoli right now, so this is the one I'm doing. Pioneer Woman. This one is so good too. I have 1 pound of pork sausage here. This actually is that pork sausage I bought, and I said I'm going to make pizzas with this, but well, plans change, right? So I brown that to about 3/4 of the way, and then I just put in this diced onion. And then I'm going to crack 15 eggs into this bowl over here.
I think that would be fun.
A little dash of salt.
I also have these.
Yeah, where'd those come from again?
Remember? You remember?
Nope.
Okay. Well, there was this
A little
one
bit of chili
after
powder.
that was like
Yep. And then some green pepper, which mine is actually frozen. And then about a cup of cheddar cheese. We'll stir all of that around. That's what it looks like. Now, if I needed to drain this, I would, but it looks just fine. So I'm gonna stir this in, kind of scoop by scoop. You don't want to cook the eggs yet. go. All right, so 1/3 cup goes into each sprayed muffin pan. You can leave the oven on, Maria, because these have to bake at 350. Maria's making some chocolate chip cookies.
I'm done.
Oh, she's done. Okay, she is efficient. So with my muffin pans, actually 1/3 of a cup fills them to the top. Lots of thunder out there again. Okay, we now have 18 of them. These are going to go in the oven at 350 degrees for for 20 minutes, it says, and bake them until they're puffy and just barely set. So I have written down 18. I must have made some minis too, because I have written down 8 to 10 and then 18 to 22. So I'm going to set my oven for 18 minutes. Peter also is working. He's starting in on food for a big hiking backpacking trip that he's going on later in July. And so he cooked up like seasoned chicken thighs, and then put it in the crock pot. Now they have to cool a bit. He's going to cube that up and get that dehydrated so that they can put that, they'll rehydrate that. I think when they make, I can't remember if he got like a chicken helper. He didn't. What are they going to put that? Oh, I think he got some like stovetop stuffing. And so they'll rehydrate that with the stovetop stuffing just over a little single burner, and that will be a meal, one of their meals. I'm going to get some of these dishes washed up here. The mini egg cups were done exactly at the 18-minute mark, and I always just leave them in the pan for a couple of minutes before taking them out. This is very much a comfort food for me. I love having these. Well, I already ate one. As soon as it's just cool enough, I'm like, and I don't mind these cold or warmed up. Either is fine. They freeze really well, so just a great, easy meal. I've got some bacon grease in here, and the other day I had made, I made some baked potato, or Instant Pot baked potatoes. I only have 2 of them left because we warmed up a bunch the next day. But anyway, let's get these fried up. Peter's watching rattlesnake hunting. I'm like, seriously? You can find anything on YouTube, can't you? What do you need? Foil. Okay, Warren is out grilling. He's grilling up bear and venison. There's a benefit to not keeping a screen on here. I just added in some onions because that always makes potatoes so delicious. And I think with the steaks, that's going to be so good. Potatoes, steak, onions, all the good things. What do you have here?
I have half a bear tenderloin, and this is venison.
Yeah.
Ramen noodles.
Joe, your plate looks great too.
Yep.
Yep. Get some leftover ramen from lunch. You're going to throw those on your plate too?
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
I'm not too proud. I love ramen.
Me too.